Welcome back. The topic today is about how to not get fired. There's probably something you need to stop doing, or you could be losing your job. Watch closely. Okay, you got hired, right? You got hired, you have a job. You might get yourself in trouble with this new job. All right, so how do you not get fired? Maybe it's a new position. Maybe you're a manager now, and before you were a team member, but now you're an advisor or manager. Or maybe you just got hired as the executive. You got promoted. Well, just know that you're still an employee of the company. And just know that you are still being evaluated in what you do. And so I think what's wise is to follow some of these tips about how to not get fired. Because if you're not following these things, you could get yourself into trouble and you might not even see it coming, and you could lose your job. All that work, everything you've done to get to that place, why would you want to mess it up? So let's talk about this. One of the things that can get you in trouble in a job is that you don't fess up when you mess up. And sometimes, when you're working, you might find like, oh, I don't need to tell anybody what happened. It's okay what just happened. But you'll find that your management or your executives or the president of the company or the leader, whoever it is, they really like it when somebody is forthcoming. When somebody will come to them and express to them, hey, this happened. I made a mistake. We need to fix this. Can we adjust this? Because the longer a mess up goes, the more it's going to cost the company. And just when you think that, mistakes don't get found in a company, oh, sure enough, I'm the president of my company. They surface to the top. And then I got to take time backtracking it to figure out where it came from. And then when your name gets attached to it, you're pretty much not important anymore to the company. But you can become very important to the company and actually become literally more valuable because you point out things that happen. Next one, proactively ask for a performance review. Ask your manager, ask the advisor, ask the people who are above you to literally evaluate you. What that will do is they'll show them that you're teachable. It'll show them that you really care about what it is you're doing, and you actually, it scores higher in their minds that you are that teachable. Next, if you don't have a skill, admit you don't have the skill. If you're not good on the phones, tell them you're not good on the phones. You can really get yourself in trouble when you kind of halfway tell the truth and then you're going to try to figure it out, because they can tell if you're good or not. It doesn't take very long before actual performance really shows up. But if you are in a place right now where you kind of like are feeling like you're going to lose your job, you got to start with number one here, the first bullet point, and start working yourself through this list, because it takes a lot of time and energy to go find another place to work. It does. You know what it took, so don't mess this up. Okay, next, ask questions. An employee, a team member who asks questions and gets clarification, they just excel. Your understanding's there, you're clear, and you're focused. But if you don't do this, you're going to find yourself getting in trouble. Okay, learn the goals of the company. If you're on a team and you don't know the goals of the company and where you're going, it shows by your attitude, it shows by your behavior, it shows by the way you talk. When there's meetings and things like that going on, they can tell by the way you talk if you understand where the company's going. So get to know the company better. Even though you're saying to yourself, I'm not going to be here that long, you don't want it to be cut short. So get involved with knowing about the company and where the company's come from and how it got built and the history of it. Super smart to be able to give yourself a nice, solid position in the company. And that goes along with the education, about the products and services. If you don't know the products and you don't know the services of where it is that you work, you're kind of out on the edge. You're putting yourself out on the edge, and you're going to get let go because you're not seen as valuable when you don't see the company as valuable or the business that you work for. And it doesn't matter what size the business is. You can do all these things to help ensure the fact you can have a good, solid position on this team. And also, show up to work early. Somebody who shows up late, 5 minutes late, 2 minutes late, it's noticed. Believe me, it's noticed. Over the years of having employees, I pay very close attention to who's late. And I also pay attention to who's early. And I will say this, those who are early are the ones I look at to promoting. Those are the ones I look to becoming leaders. And educational background, yeah, that plays into a little bit, but attitude and behavior plays really, really big into how I make my choices. And so I know other companies are the same way. Then keep your workspace clean. When your space is dirty and messy and all, goobered up in some way, it shows you don't care. It shows you don't appreciate. It shows you don't appreciate the equipment, the desk, the drawers. You know how in drawers you try to hide stuff and it's all just piled in there? Clean it up. But these are all ways for you not to lose that job. Because if you don't do these, you're working your way towards the line. And of course, the last one to keep yourself from ever getting fired is work hard, but yet efficient. Efficiency matters. It means that you're finding ways to make things a lot easier and simpler. And the way you do that is make a tracking list or make a checklist. If you can make your own checklist and your own tracking list about what to do each day, you become more refined, which makes you more valuable for the company. So you literally could take this list and you could flip it around and say, hey, these are the ways to get promoted. These are the ways to excel. These are the ways to show more value towards the company. And here's the big secret of all. How you act at work is how you act at home. And so instead of going to work and doing the minimum, how about going to work and just really going for it? Go beyond. And then when you come home, you got the same kind of attitude, and now your lifestyle can move up. I really believe the workplace is a great place to build attitude and build behavior so you can come home and it benefits your family. Not that you go to work and hate it and then you could bring hate home. That's not going to benefit the family. So take a look at what you're learning here and realize, wow, here's 9 things I could do to improve my lifestyle because I'm doing better at work. Because we do spend a lot of time there. We do spend and invest a lot of time. Why not make it beneficial so that you, when you come home, your family benefits from where you work? Not because of just the job, but because of the behavior and attitude you chose to have. Your children and your spouse watch your example about how you come home and how you talk about work. And if you downplay work and you hate work, you're teaching your children hate work. And that's not going to go over well when you ask them to do their chores and you want them to go get a job. They're going to remember mom and dad's example coming home. So we're literally raising the next generation on how they see how it is to go be with people and accomplish goals together and work on a team. And sure, we'd rather all be playing, but really a part of life is we can't really build what we're building in life without some good old work. So consider workplace a great place to build the behavior and the attitude. So use this to keep yourself from getting fired, but also use this to build. Build who you are. Your family will benefit. Now, for you in the direction you're going, check out our YouTube videos. We have more videos coming to you. Get on our YouTube channel and subscribe so you can get all the different videos that we're sending out to you. So you can be on the up and up of retraining your brain. And also check out our website at 3keyelements.com and check out our classes. We've got live events that can teach you skill set to upgrade your life.